Joe Yabuki versus Ippo. If you're talking about who's gonna win in a boxing fight between Joe and Ippo, remember that both of them are in two different weight classes. One is a bantamweight, one is a featherweight. But putting both in the same weight class, you're gonna be giving unfair advantage to Joe Yabuki. Joe Yabuki clearly has more strength, more raw power, more stamina, more endurance than Ippo. Ippo only got more skills and maybe, yeah. But first, I've always find it hard to pick between both of them. It's always a 50-50. But now I'm not coming to a 50-50. Joe is clearly stronger, and these are the reason why. You have to look at the feat of Joe Yabuki. This guy in juvenile prison knocked out 50+ inmates at the age of 15-16. This guy was a menace, and even the doctors could not explain how every single punch got stronger, and even the last person was almost found dead. So Joe was a different breed of a human being, a different boxer, and this is why he was nicknamed the messenger from hell. Joe Yabuki also knocked out heavyweight. Look at his punch to Nishi in juvenile prison with a cross counter. Nishi slept on the floor like somebody who's totally crazy. So Joe was absolutely different. Going head to head against Ippo, you're gonna make Joe unfairly beat up Ippo madly, and even in a fight to death, nobody in a gym Ippo can beat Joe in a fight to death. I mean, those featherweights, maybe Ricardo Martinez might do well, but the rest of them in a fight to death, they are not beating Joe. No. Joe is a different person when you're talking about fight to death. Look at the way he stayed with Rikishi back in juvenile prison. Rikishi kept knocking this guy down and he stood up every single time. Joe doesn't quit. Even against Jose Mendoza, this guy's been punch drunk the last stage, but yet he burnt everything in the ring. He went straight toe-to-toe against the WBA, the WBC champion, the man who unified both belts and killed one of them in coma. Jose Mendoza, Joe Yabuki didn't lose to him as quickly as Carlos. So Joe is a different person when you're talking about fight to the death. Nobody in a Jimno Ippo featherweight can stage Joe Yabuki to a fight to death. He's gonna beat every single person, gonna murder Ippo in a fight to death. But if you're saying a boxing ring, the same weight class, I'm still giving it to Joe Yabuki. His feet is clearly enough. And even looking at Ippo was diagnosed with punch drunk syndrome. Ippo retired from boxing after he lost twice to Antonio Guevara and also lost to Alfredo Gonzalez. So he was supposed to contend for the featherweight championship against Ricardo Martinez, but because he lost this fight, he couldn't contend and he had to retire from boxing because he was experiencing punch drunk syndrome. So Joe Yabuki was already experiencing the punch drunk syndrome even after the Carlos fight against Hirima. We experienced it, but Joe kept it a secret. He didn't want those things to stop him from boxing. He wanted to avenge Carlos, go straight to Jose Mendoza and beat him up. So despite the doctors warning and everything being in the last phase of punch drunk, Joe Yabuki didn't lose to Hirima. He didn't lose on the way to Jose Mendoza, because if he lost, he knew that he's blown the opportunity to avenge Carlos Rivera. So Joe, unlike Ippo, didn't lose his fight going straight to the world champion. Ippo lost his, Joe didn't lose his. So this is why I'm going to pick Joe. The feats, the mentality, the passion for boxing. No, you can't stop Joe Yabuki. You can't stop this guy in the ring. You better kill him. You can't stop him. If this guy wants to go with you to the end of the round, he's gonna go with you to the end of the round. So I'm just gonna pick Joe against Ippo Makanauchi. When you're talking about, I don't know if I butchered his name there, I don't know how to pronounce his name clearly, but when you're talking about Joe versus Ippo in the same weight class, Joe Yabuki beats up Ippo. Even in different weight class, I'll still think that Joe has a chance against Ippo clearly.